First-time car buyers, never trust the dealership to run your credit and give you an honest interest rate. They are almost always lying. If you're new to my channel, my name's Billy. I'm a car buying expert and I love saving you money at the dealership. If you're a first-time buyer and you've done all the work of saving a down payment, keeping a job, and getting your credit built up, and now you're ready to buy a vehicle, the message I have for you is super simple, guys. Don't go to the dealership until you've been pre-approved, until you have a solid approval from a credit union or bank on your own, not through the dealership. Don't pull the trigger on getting this approval until you know you're ready, because once you pull the trigger, you only have 30 days before you'd have to get reapproved from that credit union, and that could be another hard inquiry. But in those 30 days, you can actually pull your credit up to 9 more times, and it should all count as one pull. Now that you're pre-approved with a rate and term you can live with, not only can you shop and know exactly how much money you're spending and what it's going to cost you monthly, but now you can offer the dealership the chance to beat the rate and term you got from your credit union to earn your business, instead of them playing games right out the gate. If you just skipped the pre-approval altogether and went to the dealership, told them, I don't have any approvals, I don't know what rate I'm going to get, I'm a first-time buyer, they're not going to give you a great rate. They're going to give you a much higher rate, and they're going to use the fact that you're a first-time buyer as justification for this. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, wouldn't they just give me the best rate they can get? No, definitely not. The dealership is about making money. So if they think that you're not going to know any better, they're going to feed you a much higher rate that paid them more money. To give you an example of this, a couple weeks ago, we did not get a pre-approval from the credit union. Instead, we opted to trust the dealership, and my client was told that she was getting an 8.1% interest rate from Ally Bank. And I knew that was high. I knew they were lying. I tried to make them come down and still keep our business in-house. They refused to admit they were lying. They said, no, that's the lowest rate. That's the buy rate. Nobody else wants to even deal with her. I said, can you send us a purchase order? Which they declined, which of course was red flags to me. A purchase order is them sending over the deal structure so I can bring it to a credit union or send it to a credit union, and they can approve the deal with their lending outside of the dealership. That's exactly what I did. I had her call her local credit union, and she was approved for a 4.5, almost half the rate the dealership was lying about. Google local credit unions in your area, and all you have to do is make a phone call. It is as quick as 20 minutes on the phone with a loan officer at that credit union, and you can get pre-approved. You do not have to be a member. You don't have to do any of that until you actually accept their lending, and then they would make you a member and sign you up with a small savings account to get started. But all of that can be done over the phone. It is super quick, super simple, and it gives you so much perspective and leverage when you go to the dealership, because now they have no way of taking advantage of you because you already know. On a personal note, to all of you finance managers out there and all of you salespeople that take advantage of a first-time buyer, really think about what you're doing. You know as well as I know that when you jack up the price and you raise the interest rate and take advantage of somebody who doesn't know any better, when they come back to the dealership in 3 years, 4 years, they're going to be flipped 7 ways to Sunday. And you did that. The down payment they're going to have to come up with is because of you. I know. I get too worked up about this kind of stuff, and I apologize, guys. I am very passionate about this. I have kids myself, and I would hate to think of them getting taken advantage of if they didn't have me. That being said, guys, I'm sure all this information is falling on deaf ears to the finance managers anyway, so do your due diligence, go to the credit union, get your pre-approval, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. It's a good safety net to have a reference and be able to call the dealership on their shit. For more tips, tricks, and hacks just like this one, please follow Billy the Car Kid.